All salespeople send emails, some send video, but the top performers at the moment are starting to send video in 6 key points in the sales process. We're going to break down what they are right now. Earlier this week, I had the pleasure of spending some time with Shari Levitin at NSA in Arizona, and she has really increased her business massively by introducing video throughout her sales process. And she's also training some of the top sales orgs in the world on how to use it. And today we're going to break down exactly what she's doing and what these successful orgs and top sellers are doing when it comes to video, so that you can take the best parts and apply it for yourself. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. I don't have a big following. I'm working B2B. Video, not really for me. I've done a few prospecting videos, never got much from it, and I've just moved on. And it's not something that I'm going to continue with. However, now is probably time to maybe change your mind, or at least open a little bit and start using video a little bit more. There's a number of reasons why, and I'm going to go through them now. When it comes to video, when somebody sees you speaking, they get that feeling that they know you a little bit more than they do. And if you've got a prospect or somebody in your sales process and they're seeing short videos from you, which are directed to specifically and directly to them, that feeling then starts to happen and starts to grow a little bit more. In return, you get more trust with this person. They appreciate the time that you've taken to record the video, and they tend to take in the information that you share much more than they do just scanning an email. I'm not saying not to put in the body of the email what you're talking about in the video. You can still put that there, but simply by recording a short video and putting video in the subject line, you'll see a 10x open rate. Ever wondered why you send emails to some of your clients even if they're in the sales process and they haven't opened it? When they see the little video in there, they tend to do so much more often. Now, where you've probably used video before is prospecting. The key thing is you've got to stick with it for a number of months before you decide it works or it doesn't work. Ideally, you don't want to be sending video out to absolutely everybody because number one, it takes too much time, and number two, you just end up speaking a little bit generic, which doesn't really help. So a key thing to think about is, who is your ideal company profile? Who's the best persona that you want to sell to? And can you pick out 3 to 5 of those to send messages to on a daily basis? Your numbers might vary depending on how much pipeline you need, but setting that number makes a big difference, because it means it gets measured and it means you've got a better chance of getting it done. And let's face it, nobody's going to be tracking this, so it's really up to yourself to make that decision. How many people will I reach out to on a daily basis? Now, when it comes down to what to include in the video, really we want to call out a trigger or something that we've noticed which has made us reach out to them and highlight a potential problem they have and where we might be able to come in and solve that for them. Each message that you send to each person prospecting shouldn't really be able to be sent to every single prospect. It should be unique to that specific company that you're reaching out to. And importantly, the message needs to be short, preferably 30 to 60 seconds, no more than that. Now, if we want to think about what are the 6 places that we want to put in our videos, well, the first is prospecting, which we've already mentioned. So that's number 1. The second is, if you manage to land a meeting, whether you've booked it on a cold call or they've responded to that message that you've sent, is sending them a quick message outlining what you're going to cover on the call, and importantly, asking what do they want to add to the agenda. This will give you a clue and some insight on what they may want to focus on and allow you to make sure that gets addressed in your call. The third place to keep video in play is to confirm the meetings that are happening throughout your sales process. You're probably going to meet a number of people, potentially a number of times. So before each meeting, shooting them a quick video, calling out the agenda, and getting them used to seeing you is very powerful. Consider using video is the discovery recap. We speak about the importance of discovery recap emails, where we confirm the problems, the negative impact that the businesses potentially has ahead of them, and the solution that we're looking at discussing, along with the evaluation process we're going to go through. By summarizing this in a video, it makes it easier for that person to share that with other people who are maybe involved in the buying committee but haven't been in your meetings yet. It is also a great sounding board to understand if you are in fact on the money, or maybe you're a little off the mark, in which case it will come out a little bit quicker. The fourth place to include video in the sales process is a recap of the proposal that you've shared. Always deliver your proposals and present them face to face, whether it's online or in person. But then after that, sending on that recap and outlining the outcome they're working towards, the problem they have at the moment, how other companies are solving, and the negative impact from taking no action. That's really important. And this will make it easy for someone to justify their decision at a later stage. And again, sharing that with other people is really, really great, because it means at least they're not getting secondhand information, which is maybe not being delivered the way you might want it. And it's giving you the ability to make sure that those 60 or 90 seconds that they are getting the information on the proposal, but they're getting the reason why and the outcome you're working. The fifth place to bring it in is simply doing a recap of your follow-ups, whether it's after a demo, whether it is after an impromptu meeting, whatever it may be. Shooting a quick video, thanking them for their time, calling out what you spoke about, and then calling out what the next step is and reinforcing that is absolutely key. And then the sixth and final place to use video, we're going to loop all the way back to prospecting. Who are the dead opportunities that are within your territory? Who are the people that you had a deal started with, but it didn't progress for whatever reason? Maybe it was timing. Maybe the pain wasn't bad enough at that stage. Maybe there was some other reason why they didn't proceed. What you'll find is when you shoot a personalized video to people who have met you before and some have been in contact with your company, if not you, that open rate skyrockets. You're probably looking at 50 to 60%. And if it's a case that that problem still exists, this gives you the best opportunity, at very least, getting the meeting. And in very best case, you may reignite that deal and bring it in. So if I put this into a summary, it is make the video 30, 60, 90 seconds long at most. Commit to using video for a specific amount of time, whether it's 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And then look at the key steps in your sales process and decide, right, I'm going to send a 30-second video or a 60-second video at each of these stages. And then look at the difference versus the last period of time, whether you're doing this quarter coming up. So look at last quarter and see, is there a difference in your stats? Is there a difference in close rates? Is there a difference in the amount of opportunities that you generate? Using video for a week or two is not going to cut it. You're really going to have to pick a specific length of time to do it and commit to it. You don't need to be perfect. If you make a mistake, that's fine. It makes you seem human. And it's all about showing up and helping that trust factor build a little bit quicker. I'm very excited to start using video a little bit more in my sales processes, and I hope you are too.